Hello America, this is Abraham G.
And this is Desmond Nogati, and we're Channel 7 News.
It's been almost 13 years since the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War between Communist North and Westernized South. And all this fighting has brought this country no satisfaction, chaos and riots among the people, and the lives of many Americans.
With General Westmoreland continuing to ask for more men despite his reassurance of the, quotes, imminent end of the war, many people are furious and worried about the devastating end result this war will have on the country. Billions of dollars are spent on sending the troops in Vietnam with an arsenal of weapons and various forms of aid. As the cost continues to increase, many mathematicians expect that the U.S. will spend less than $200 billion.
In addition, the men on the battlefield are losing hope, questioning whether or not this war is worth fighting for. Reports say that the number of troops that are deserting and are continuing to increase, currently around 300,000 soldiers. In fact, we have one of our reporters, Drake Smith, who is in Vietnam, speaking to one of the soldiers.
As you can see, we're in the battlefield with U.S. soldier Milo Tavera, also known as Ace. What are your thoughts about the war?
Man, fuck this war. I feel like we're here for no reason.
I see, I'm sorry to hear that. So you feel there's no real reason as it caused the fight, but how do you feel President Eisenhower could have made it better?
I feel like he never could have started this and he could have at least drafted people that wanted to be here.
How do you mean?
I mean, nobody signed up for this shit. Everybody got drafted without their consent.
Do you feel President Eisenhower should have brought the U.S. into this war?
Nah, I don't know. I care so much about the communist expansion. They're not us, so why does it matter?
But the president is threatened by the effects of communism and feels if Vietnam is to be fully communist country, there would be a domino effect to the rest of the world. What are your thoughts?
That could be true, but I feel like it might just be Eisenhower trying to stop Russia because they support Northern Vietnam. And it's a disgrace to us humans and...
How?
Anyways, that was a U.S. soldier's thoughts on the current war. Desmond, what do we have next?
We will be going to Reporter Jones at the Lincoln Memorial to get live footage of the anti-war protest.
Thanks, Desmond. I'm currently here with college student Michael Gage, who is actively involved with Students for a Democratic Society. Mr. Gage, what are your thoughts about the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War?
Well, you see, this whole war is a shame. I mean, we've been bombing the beep out of those Vietnamese communists, so much that it almost makes Nagasaki and Hiroshima look like a joke. All thanks to that Lyndon B. Johnson.
Well, Mr. Gage, President Johnson believed in his best interest that initiating the bombing raids was the best solution due to the Gulf of Tonkin incident. It would at least speed up the war.
Yeah, well, it clearly ain't. After all, the annual drafts take about 40,000 men, even college students like myself, to send them to their graves in Vietnam. I mean, what kind of country thinks it's okay to send a bunch of college students, regardless of their color, to a war that is pointless?
Well, Mr. Gage, you need to understand that the U.S. needs more troops to support the South Vietnamese in order to fight against the North from spreading its communist beliefs.
But to send so many kids that haven't lived their lives yet, the government is pretty much taking away their freedom and lives. I have seen so many of my old friends disappear because of that draft, sir. Why else do you think we continue to protest?
I understand. Seems like you have quite a crowd here. Must be thousands of kids.
Oh, it's not just students, dude. We got families and friends who also had someone taken from them.
I see. Well, you clearly will leave a mark here at the memorial.
Yeah, not just here, bro. Some of us might take it to the next level. We plan on going to the Pentagon too, tonight maybe.
Well then, thank you very much. That was Mr. Gage, involved with the Students for a Democratic Society. Back to you, Des.
Well, there you have it. The country is divided. Casualty rates and costs are gradually increasing, as well as protests and riots around the country. However, this can all end, Mr. President. Please evaluate the following information and consider the withdrawal of our troops.